Welcome back to our last part of our factoring section. All right, so we're looking at special types of factors. Specifically, we're going to look at this one, and this one to see what's so special about them. So with the first one, so a squared minus b squared, that always factors out to be a minus b and a plus b. So the main part of this thing is figure out what's the value of just the a, what's the value of b, and then that fits into our formula right here. So for example, what times what gives me x squared? X. That means the value of a is technically x. What times what gives me 16? 4. Yeah, so that means the value of our b equals 4. So then all we got to do is take these two values and plug them into these spots. So our final answer would be x minus 4, x plus 4. Simple as that. We're looking at the square root of both of them and then putting them individually into here. That's factored out. Let's look at this one. Does 32 have a square root? No. Does 128? No, it does not. But what we can do is factor this down even more. So what can go into both of these evenly? What we can factor? What can we take out of these? Crazy enough, they're both divisible by 32. 32 goes in 32 one time, leaving me just 32 goes in 32 one time. Yeah, 32. Leaving me just 1x squared, so just x squared, and 32 goes into 128 4 times, giving me 4y squared. Now let's say you didn't know that. If we just divide this by 2 as well, we end up getting 16x squared minus 64y squared. These are still perfectly acceptable a's and b's. We're going to have to then factor it even more down later. So we'll do it this way first, and then we'll look at this, see what we get. So here we can say, hey, what times what gives me x squared? Well, x times x, so that means the value of a is x. What times what gives me 4y squared? That's 2y, so that's our b right there. Then we just plug it into this, bringing this down the whole way. So 32, and then a minus b, so x minus 2y, and a plus b, x plus 2y. That's our final answer. All right, let's look at this. What times what gives me 16x squared? 4x. That means we can say, hey, a is equals 4x. What times what gives me 64y? 8y. So then we can say b is 8y. So then we factor this out. We say 2, then parentheses 4x plus, minus 8y, and then 4x plus 8y. But then you look at this. Can we take anything else out of what's in the parentheses? Yeah, we can factor out a 4. So we get this 2 right here to begin with. And if we take out a 4, that leaves me x minus 2y. And then we take out another 4 out of this one right here. That leaves me x minus plus 2y. And then we multiply these three numbers. 2 times 4 is 8, times 4 is 32. X minus 2y, x plus 2y. So we end up getting the same thing. Just a longer way, but still we get the same problem. So if you don't know the big number that go into it, or even if you pick something in between, like a 16, you still will eventually be able to factor stuff out to truly simplify all the way down. All right, I'm going to erase this so we can work on these other two. Let's work on these last two. So you guys try it at home, and then I'll verify. So while I'm erasing, you guys try. All right, I'm back. So we look at this right here. What is our A value? 3a. What's our B value? 5. So then we put that in our equation. 3a minus 5. 3a plus 5. Same thing right here. What's our A value? 3x squared. What's our B value? 4y squared. You put in our equation. 3x squared minus 4y squared. And 3x squared plus 4y squared. There we go. So that's this type of factoring of difference of squares right here. Let's look at the trinomials. Ooh, the trinomials. So we got, as it says right here, a squared plus b squared. So the sum of cubes. The sum of cubes. The sum of cubes. A trinomial. Sorry about that. So we're looking for an a and a b just like before. So we're looking at what times what times what gives me this value, and what times what will be the value. Once we figure out a and b is, we just plug these in. The way you can tell the two, once we have an a cube plus b cube, the first one stays as that, a plus b. The next one is the rest of it, a squared, then minus. The sign does change right here. These signs will never match. ab plus b cube squared. So let's start with this. What times what gives me x squared cube is x. So our a is x. Our b will be what? So what times what gives me 27? It's 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 is 27. So our b is 3. So then we just plug it in here. So a plus b would be x plus 3. A squared will be x squared. And it's always minus. A is x. B is 3. Let's write it in proper order. Be 3x. Put 3 in front. Then plus 3 squared, which gives us 9. So before we factor it, it'll be like this. It'll be x squared minus x times 3 plus 3 squared. And then this becomes all these numbers right here. One more time, same like before. Can we factor anything out of this? Yes, let's just go ahead and take out that 8 in the very beginning, leaving us t cubed plus 1. So that means a equals t and b equals 1. Let's plug that in. So we always keep that, what we took out stays in front. So we have the 8. Then our a plus b will be t plus 1. Our a squared will be t squared minus a times b, or t times 1 is just t, then plus 1 squared, which is 1. Our final answer, y'all. Good. Now, the difference between this problem and a minus b, the only difference is the signs. These two signs right here, these two signs right here. The process of having a and b is the same. What happens in here is still the same as well. So let's test that out. We got a cubed minus b cubed. We need an a and a b before. So first things first, can we factor anything out of this? Yeah, we can. We can actually divide this by 2, leaving us 8y cubed minus 125. 125. And now we should be able to find the cube root. So what times what times what gives me 8y cubed? 2y. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. Good. What times what gives me 125? That is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Times 5 is 125, so it's 5. So let's plug it in here. So we keep our leading coefficient, what we factor at the very beginning out there, to be a 2. And then a minus b, so 2y minus 5. And then I'm going to do this before I put it here. So I'm going to have 2y squared, because I just replaced a, and then plus 2y times the 5 plus 5 squared. So what's in parentheses is what I replaced for a and b here. So we square this. Remember, we square the 2 and we square the y, gives us 4y squared plus 2y times 5 is 10y, and then plus 5 squared, which gives us 25. There you go. You guys do this one and then we'll come back. Pause it. All right, hopefully we'll get the right answer together. Let's double check right here. So we got 27x6 minus 8. So what times what times what? Can we factor anything first? We can't. That means we got to find a. Our a is numerically what times what times what, getting 27? 3. Now for x to the 6, what same base? So x times x gives us a certain number here. So since it's to the 6, it's kind of a different. It's x squared, because x squared, off to the side, x squared times x squared times x squared. You remember from R1, I think R2. When these are multiplying, these add up, gives us x to the 6. And then what times what gives me 8 is 2. So our b value is equal to 2. And then just plug it into the equation. We get a minus b, and then same thing, I'm going to write it above, 3x squared plus a times b plus b squared. So that gives me, when I factor that, I get 9x to the 4th plus 3x squared times 2 is 6x squared, and then plus 2 squared, which is 4. That's our final answer. Hopefully this helps y'all. I'll see you on another day. Bye.